And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the New York Giants.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Got an open man. It's Ratley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Now Lawlett on first down. Over the middle to Beckham. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Gun!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And the kick by Rosas is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Boykin on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
On 2nd down, it's Boykin. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, Boykin. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Mario Edwards in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Here's Tressway now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Let's take it inside his own 40. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. And now out come the Giants. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
No. Check. Patriot.
It's Lawlett off play action. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Flex round.
After the interception, here's Boykin. Dumps it off for Geist. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. From the gun, it's Boykin. Got his hand complete over the middle. It's Richardson. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Throwing here, Boykin on 1st. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Boykin. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richardson. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Boykin will throw again. Jordan Reed has it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, here's Boykin. Airing one out for Crowder. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
On 3rd down, Boykin. And he fires one that's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Detroit! Detroit!
A first down carry for Barkley. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll fake it. Now Lauletta. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look.
No. Check. Patriot! Patriot! Detroit! Detroit!
Lauletta from the 50. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. Past the 20. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. He'll be quick.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Reds. Darius Geis hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins have made this a 1-score game. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. On the ground, Geis. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Lauletta looking to throw on 2nd down. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. And counting the defense here, the Redskins have 6 defensive backs out there. Out of the gun, Lauletta. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Now it's Crowder. Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. And here come the Redskins now. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Now Boykin on 2nd down. This one caught by Crowder. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, so much for the 1st down.
And they coulda, woulda, shoulda had a 1st down, but my English teacher's not going to be happy with this one. They didn't.
Out of the gun, Boykin. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. To throw is Boykin. A deep ball for Dotson. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Now it's Chris Thompson on the return. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now. Boykin. And Reed with it over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of Central Casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
The speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
Now Boykin on 1st down. He'll check it down to Geis. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Damon Harrison forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Boykin. He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the 1st half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
Gun! 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 Gun!
On 1st down, Lauletta. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The Giants on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Lauletta. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a 1st down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Lauletta looking for a first down throw. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. It's Barkley on the counter, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. Here's Lauletta now on second. Going for the deep ball. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Throwing on third down, Lauletta. And Ingram hauls it in. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 yards through the air and a first down. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Lauletta. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
A shotgun snap to Lauletta. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Boykin. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Gone! 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 Back 99 Philly, here we go! Gone! 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 Gone!
Here's Lauletta after the interception. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Lauletta. Throw left side complete. It's Hodges. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, Rosas now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Flex round! Flex round!
On 2nd down, it's Boykin. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
From the gun on 3rd, it's Boykin. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Fielded just inside the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st down, it's Lauletta. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now here's Lauletta. Got an open man. It's Radley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Again, it's Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The Giants on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Lauletta. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Boykin on 1st and 10. On the catch, it's Crowder. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be in a
blitz coming, and down he goes. Mario Edwards in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
A great return there of 22 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they load him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Lauletta on 1st down to Barkley on the check down. And they to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
They come out here in the I. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The Giants on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Now let's listen in on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
Out of the gun, Lauletta. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah,
what happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Flex round! Flex round! Hey! Four down!
They go play action here on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing here, Boykin on 1st. Crowder's got it over the middle. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong arm guy.
The Redskins on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Boykin. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Boykin. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Boykin. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richardson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Boykin will throw again. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Boykin looking to go to the air again. His throw incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Here's Boykin, off play action. Steps away. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long. And they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Lucky 56.
On 1st down, Loretta. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Here's a give to Barkley. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Detroit! Detroit!
from the gun. Here's Lauletta. Looking for Shepard deep. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point...
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Super toe. And down he'll go at the 25. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Boykin. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Now Boykin on first down. Off to Geis on the screen. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Play action. Now Boykin. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll throw on first with Boykin. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Throwing again here. Boykin dumps it off for Geis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll check it down to Geis. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
They go play action with Boykin. flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Again, Boykin. Losing 9 yards there. And it also brings up fourth. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Check your backer. Detroit! Detroit! Gone!
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. They'll run it again with Barkley. And some room to run now. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. On the run, it's Barkley. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
4 down.
The pitch goes to Barkley. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. So here we go, Charles, third down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Giants, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. That'll do it for us.